During the British winter, you better have some powerful reasons to stay motivated and get out on the bike, and these are mine. 1, be grateful for what you've got. We're always going to make excuses for ourselves in the moment. When we look out the window, all we need is to see a drop of rain, and that can be enough to stop us, when really that's not what we want. And to get what we want, we need to be more grateful for the circumstances we have right now. There's always going to be people out there that have more than you and people that have less than you. Being grateful for what you've got right now is relative, and it's all you need to have zero excuses. I am so lucky to be in full health, and I can use that as a tool to crowbar me out of my comfort zone into the cold and actually get out and do what I want to do. Right now, in this moment, what is it about yourself that you're grateful for? If you've got 2 legs and an arse for a saddle, then you have no excuses. So number 2 is to have some almost unrealistic goal that you're shooting for, that you can vividly imagine yourself in the moment taking part in sometime in the future, that you can then break that down into smaller stepping stone goals, attainable goals that you could go out there today, and if you smash it, then you're one step closer to attaining that bigger goal. I have this big goal of attaining 5 watts per kilo sometime in the future, but I can vividly visualize myself pushing 360 watts up Crag Vale. I have everything I need in order to get me excited about actually getting there. And then that makes forming these smaller stepping stone goals so much more easier, because I know exactly what I need to be doing so that I can be that person I need to be in the future. Right now I want to get out. I'm excited enough to get out because I know there's something that I really want to do. I don't want to be in that moment, you know, like 6 months from now and I'm failing, because if I'm failing, then I know that at this point right now I should have been more motivated, and I'm gonna regret it. I think using regret as a tool is a big one, because when you're in the moment and you know the stuff you should have done beforehand in the past, then you know you can never get that back. You can never get that time back that you should have spent being more motivated, and that is all I need to be more motivated. And it all comes down to being able to say that you did it. You did the thing you thought you never could.
Great job.
And that sometimes is all I need to have in my mind when there's a drop of rain outside. And number 3 is being accountable. I don't care how strong your mental focus is, how iron your will is, how disciplined you think you are. The results that you get from being accountable to yourself are never going to compare to the results you're going to get from being accountable to a third party. You have this big goal and you have all these stepping stone goals, but they're going to mean nothing unless you're accountable to someone or something, like your friends, your teammates, your Strava. You need to be accountable to something. It's just so much easier for you to push yourself that little bit further than it would be if it's just you and your mind alone. You know, you have to think of what it's like in race conditions. You can never achieve the kind of power levels that you can when you're training as opposed to when you're in a race, because the context is just completely different. So you need to build a context that means that every time you go out and train, it means that little bit more because you're held accountable. These tips on motivation have been tried and tested through a British winter, and I'm still excited to get out there on the bike, no matter the conditions. It's an 80-mile-per-hour gale outside, and I'm still more hyped about getting out on the bike on some hills than I am about making this video. That's how motivated I am. After watching this, I hope there's a typhoon outside your window and you're still hyped to get out on the bike. Thank you for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.